Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me live this morning. I wanted to actually go back to kind of one of our real basic things that we talk about around here. And since we have new people in our audience, I want to start with ground zero as we're uh, building on that and kind of going from there. My question for you is, are you taking care of your God given body? This is Leah Klein, health and wholeness coach. Our verse for today, and basically my theme verse for my business, is 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. So, what does it mean to glorify God in your body? One way of thinking about that is to think about how was the Old Testament temple or the tabernacle taken care of? It was seen as sacred. It was treated with the utmost reverence and respect. You did not go into it um, at all. Actually, you stay unless you were, the high priest. You didn't even get to go all the way in, and only the priests actually got to go inside. I mean, it was something to be treated with the utmost, respect, or your life could be forfeit, more than likely. The priests, I mean, went through an elaborate cleaning process before approaching God. Now, obviously, we don't have that barrier as Christians to approaching God, thank God. Uh, but it doesn't mean that there isn't some meaning and value in, particularly for those of us that don't have the concept of a temple or things like that in our frame of reference. For the New Testament audiences, there was a temple almost every corner if they were in, the Greco-Roman world. So they understood the concept of that being a special place, that being something set aside, that's being taken care of in a different way. Uh, and so that's why I'm bringing up the Old Testament reference here, is because we don't necessarily have that point of reference, other than maybe to some degree, though that also is sadly lacking lots of times, is how we take care of our church. That can be, though it's not exactly the same. And there are those, of course, that meet in strip malls, but that's a whole other story. But God really does care about everything you do with your body. After all, He created it. And He actually gave it to you as a gift. It's His, it belongs to Him, as does everything in the world around us. Everything is His. Everything that we have is a gift, including our bodies. And He paid a very high price for it as a believer when He sent His Son to die on the cross. So our verse is saying that effectively you owe Him. His, it's His anyway, and therefore what you do with your body matters. So how should this change the way you treat, your body? This is a very important thing to think about, as many of us think about doing a reset or doing, a resolution here at the beginning of the year. What maybe needs to change? And what you're doing. And it may be something to do with your body. It may be moving it a little bit more. It may be eating better foods, feeding it better, uh, less processed food, more whole food, more organic food. I mean, any of those things are possibilities. It depends on where you're at and what you're already doing, obviously. It can also mean taking time to rest, taking time to spend time with Him, so that you actually can hear Him speak to you and have Him um, speak into your life in where you're at and what you're doing, and help you have a clearer purpose for what He wants you to be doing with your life, which is one of the reasons for taking care of your body. If He has something special for you to do, if you're filling your body up with junk all the time and therefore get sick every time you turn around, how is that, interfering with God using you? So while there is sicknesses that we can't avoid, there's a lot we can do to take care of ourselves so we don't get sick. Because our best defense is the immune system that God gave us. That is actually what protects us from any number of things that we are exposed to on a daily basis. And that is your ultimate defense, God given defense. And taking care of your body is helping take care of that defense. Not eating sugar, big help in this department. May need to take a few supplements, depending on what your diet's like and how good your body is at assimilating what it's actually eating. Uh, but how are you going to glorify God in your body? It's His tool, His instrument. So I want to encourage you to spend some time thinking about that. Uh, if you want a little more accountability, post in the comments um, in Facebook and let me know what you think God's calling you to do right now that maybe is more glorifying to Him. So do that, and I will see you next week. Maybe by that point, my Christmas decorations will get taken down, but I'm pretty busy doing other stuff. So eventually they'll get taken down. I will see you again next week. Bye bye, everybody.